Beef, why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize, right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who you
pool house
are.
is torn apart, okay? It's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam, okay? I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment, welcome.
Sorry, I was muted. Whoops. Sorry. I'm not great at reviews, and I have to get my thoughts out on this while they're fresh. And I'm not going to try to record. I already recorded a review that I rage quit. I just like, fuck this. This is spoilers. I don't know how else to say. I put in the thumbnail. I put in the title down below. So there is spoilers here. I'm not joking that I'm as disappointed. This is the biggest disappointment in decline in quality of superhero film as Wonder Woman to Wonder Woman 84 is Black Panther to Wakanda Forever. Very underwhelming. Starts out decent. And yet, and I, if you've been following me, that I've been really looking forward to this movie. My most anticipated of this phase. And I think it's my least favorite of this phase. And one of my least favorite Marvel movies overall. Yes. Well, I like how they handle T'Challa not being with them. And I think the beginning and the end are good. And then everything in the middle just does not work for me. Even the sound design, which was amazing. The soundtrack in the first one was really pumping and got you Shuri. I was rooting to really like Shuri. And I think the actress really excelled in the parts where she is dealing with her loss of her brother, but she does not make a good superhero. She does not make a good... I mean, everyone knows, without getting into the spoiler part, that she becomes the next Black Panther, and her as the Black Panther is not exciting, and it's not like the Shuri Sue type situation. I hate that argument. It's just, there's not a lot of great action here. And the other water sequences with Namor's good. Namor's origins are good. But everything else with Namor and his people was kind of underwhelming. The action, the underwater sequences are muddy. The visuals aren't great. The Dora Milaje have some of the coolest action sequences in the film, and what they do to Okoye. And my biggest... all right, now I'm getting to the spoilers part. My biggest problem was, if you don't have Chadwick Boseman, and you have Angela Bassett there as T'Challa's mother, in the initial trailer where she does the voiceover, her character, all right, spoilers again, her character dies. Why did they do that? And even before they got rid of her character, the Queen makes some horrible mistakes. Now, I understand she's in distress. The way she rolled was horrible. And then as soon as they took her out of the movie falls apart because no one else is carrying this movie. Namor's not carrying it. Shuri's not carrying it. They also, before the queen dies, they kind of sidetrack Okoye. She takes her out of the Dora Milaje, the queen. She's just making bad decisions after bad decisions. It could have used more of Nakia, Lupita Nyong'o's character. And then when she is in it, it's like the most boneheaded situation where you didn't need to kill Namor's people, but she kills Namor's people. Like, I hate this argument. I hate having this argument where superheroes don't kill. There was absolutely no reason to kill Namor's people and make an all-out war. It was just so stupid and boneheaded. She could have taken them out and escaped with Riri Williams and Shuri. Now, the interactions with Shuri and Namor were pretty good when they weren't fighting. And I hate to say this. I was on the give it a chance. But I can really not justify not recasting T'Challa after seeing this movie. Like, I wanted the movie to be like, wait to see these are talented people. They had a vision. They wanted to do something to honor Chadwick. And I think they did honor him. There was some really great stuff honoring him. But I honestly think if they would have recast it probably would have generated a better movie. I didn't watch anyone else's reviews. He died basically the way he died in real life. I don't have an issue with that. Like, some people do. Oh my God. Is Namor well done? Namor is cool. And his origin story with his parents or his mother is really cool. You just finished watching online. Uh-oh. All right. I don't understand. I think he was just too distressed. And they should have probably delayed this movie to get it done right. I don't know. Shuri did an amazing job when she's talking, when the emotional stuff. But as a hero, all her scenes were lacking as a superhero. And shouldn't that be part of it? And if you, I don't know how many times I have to say spoiler warning because I don't want to spoil this for anyone and I don't want to discourage people from seeing it. But towards the end, the rumors were true that yes, Nakia has a son and he's named T'Challa. And I like that scene. I think they did a good job. The end sequence with Shuri, Nakia, and Prince T'Challa was great. That little kid I love that casting. It was really good. Oh my. No. They were not all emasculated. It just there wasn't a lot for anyone to do action-wise. Yeah. Shuri versus T'Challa. The sequence with... I mean, I want to watch it again, but I'm not going to pay to watch it. And honestly, it really doesn't matter what I say because I think I know for a fact. And if I take the L on this next week, I'll take the L. But I think this movie is going to have a huge drop off. The word of mouth and rewatchability is just not there. And I think Wakanda, the way this has left this movie, the world shrinks. There's less characters. And really, the decision that got me started, like, no, why did they do this right away, is when T'Challa's mother, dies. I was like, what? Why did they do this? Why is this so important to the story? I don't know. Maybe it was a lot for Angela Bassett and she requested to be out. I don't know why they decided to get rid of her character. Rhea, when you think about the Queen, do you think it helped Shuri's development by not having her around, having her mother around? I actually like that. I thought that was beautiful, that part, in that it made sense why Nakia was staying away. She wanted young Prince T'Challa to stay away from that and to grow up in a different environment. Let me see. I did kind of wish they'd give the son the actual lore name of T'Challa's son, but it's not horrible. Well, it's a different production, Jade, and you know what? It's after seeing that. I mean, it really doesn't have anything to do with Blade because it's a different director and different crew. But if they're saying they needed to delay it, I'm actually happy that they're delaying Blade because I want them to get it done right. And I want there to be good action. And I honestly think that Ryan Coogler is an amazing director, but he does have some problems. He's lacking in some of these big, epic fight sequences, battles. He did the first Creed, and there's some good one-on-one boxing, but these big, the big action set pieces that should be in Marvel movies. In Okoye, whoa. When the Queen took Okoye out, it's like, I'm removing you from the Dora Milaje. I'm like, what are you doing? Ray says, I think they didn't allow Shuri to process grief of losing her mother as much as they did T'Challa, which felt weird. Yes, exactly. When I saw that at the end, I'm like, why isn't she grieving them both at the same time? It was really weird. Wouldn't you mourn your mother more or as much as your brother? Yeah, like I was expecting. I was like, is she going to have two robes? Jaylene Harris said, I would have been fine with a multiverse T'Challa, but his son that basically fatherless at a younger age, that the first T'Challa, like, why are we doing this black trauma stereotype that just pissed me off? Well, I like all the phases. I like most of this phase, Adam. I mean, I love She-Hulk. The only one I really didn't like that much is Thor 4. Let me see. And Baka made a joke about Okoye losing her post when they mocked Nakia for saving Shuri. Oh, yeah. I mean, did the Queen disappoint you with her decision making, or do you think she was grieving and making bad decisions? She was acting too emotional. Maybe I'm trying to rationalize why she made such bad decisions. And why did Nakia kill those Talokan warriors, Namor's people? Why did she do that when they could have just left? Oh, you were shipping them. It is a cope stream. Thor was the low point of this phase. Yeah, and like everyone's making fun of Okoye's head too. Like it was weird. Adam says phase 1 was more exciting to me because it was new and interesting idea and pulled off very well. And even this, like I'm saying, even the soundtrack, it started out great. I think the first 30 minutes are pretty solid. And then towards the middle, ever since, Queen started making bad decisions, Rwanda's her name. Okay. Yeah, Rwanda's decisions were weird because she's not honoring her son's wishes or memory by following through with what he started at the end of the first movie. Yeah. I didn't like her decision making, and then her exiting was like, why? Why did you kill her off? And I think, again, to reiterate, the actress that plays Shuri does really good with the emotional scenes, but does not do good with the superhero scenes. I need to stop. It's not that deep. Ironheart was a disappointment too. I liked the actress that's Riri, but her introduction was not that great. It was just her introduction was mid. As far as like new characters get introductions of into I will say this. Namor's introduction was fire. When Namor first shows up, that was great. Riri's introduction was kind of mid. Like she's just there because she made this device that that locates the special metal that's in Wakanda. I forget what it's called. But her developing the new suit was kind of like lame looking. It wasn't very exciting. And the battle sequences were underwhelming. I don't know if it was that Darth Scipio or that they were too emotionally invested in this as well. Crazy Joe, this is spoiler warning, spoilers. I just don't. There's excitement. The excitement for Wakanda, I don't know is there anymore after this movie. And this is only going to give fuel to the fire, the recast T'Challa. Recast T'Challa is going to be a big movement after this. And I wanted to say, you know what, maybe you should have waited. I can't justify not recasting him anymore. Like, after seeing this, after seeing the context of the movie, and I really do think the reason I used this was not just clickbait. It's a decline in quality because I put the first Wonder Woman up there with the first Black Panther. It's about that much of a decline in quality, even though the actor they got for Namor was great. Now, the people on the Namor's people, the actors and actresses we watched all the D23 events and they were really hype. They were kind of mid. Oh, wow. Even you, Crazy Joe. See? Wow. Listen, Crazy Joe. You know what? I'm going to send the link to Crazy Joe. Crazy Joe, can you pop on for a few minutes? I'm not going to go long because I need to get to bed. But that is really breaking news. Because Crazy Joe loves a lot. He really tries to be optimistic about stuff. And let me see on Twitter here. I'm not lying. I really... Send me a message on Twitter. Where are you? Hold on a second. What's your Twitter? Damn it. Hold on. Let me look at my... group. View all people. You're in my movie madness group, aren't you? Let me see. Crazy Joe. Did you leave Twitter or something? I can't find you. You're going to have to message me on Twitter. Oh, I didn't stay, Ray. I didn't stay. I didn't see that part. I actually predicted that if they said that. I actually predicted that they should do that. Okay, hold on. All right, thank you. I actually said that's what I wanted when I was, when I was hoping for it. Jaylene says, I swear to God, swear to good. I swear to good. If they don't do something with the T'Challa Jr. story and just did it for the sake of it, I'm going to be really pissed. The thing is, I really like young T'Challa who they got for him. That was great. And that was, like I said, Shuri, the actress, I forget her name, the actress's real name, she does a great job with the emotional stuff. Great job with the emotional stuff. I just don't feel her as a superhero. And it's not like that she can't kick ass or anything. It's just she wasn't exciting to watch as a superhero. I actually would rather watch Wonder Woman 84, I think. I know, for one thing, I know people are going to call bullshit on this. I would rather watch Black Adam again than this. I want to go watch the first Black Panther again. Letitia Wright, yes. Now we could speculate for 5 years on who will be the next Black Panther. Well, they wanted to honor him. I don't know. I was rooting for Shuri to be a good Black Panther. Just wasn't. Are you coming, Crazy Joe? I sent you a link here. Oh my goodness. Okay, Crazy Joe is here. Hold on a second. Hey, Crazy Joe.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. For some reason, my camera wasn't coming on my end.
Am I lying, or you think I'm being hyperbolic about this, or were you disappointed as well?
Well, I just got here, so I don't know everything you were saying. Like I literally just walked in, but
you saw the movie. This is spoilers talk, so say anything you want to say.
yeah, this is absolutely my least favorite MCU movie. I didn't enjoy it at all. I was bored. I was just bored. I think there's so many problems with it. For one thing,
I did want one, Zeno. I don't have a problem with the female Black Panther. She just wasn't exciting.
yeah, well, one of the problems is it undermines everything that makes Shuri great, because she was my favorite character in the first movie, but she was great for what she did. And to take her and just turn her into the action hero, it kind of undermines it undermines what made that character wonderful.
Because there was an action hero missing in that part. That was something on the Wakanda side. There was some action hero parts missing. Like, you've really felt it because she did great in the emotional stuff, like her dealing with her loss of her brother. That was her best work in this movie.
Yeah. She's a good actress, but I don't know. I feel like you took what made that character special and took it away from her. She was like the bright spot. She was the like, first of all, she's very obviously they're dealing with death, but she's very dour.
Why did they take the queen out? That was like when that happened, I was like, what? And her decision, Rwanda's decisions were really weird. Like the way she was making decisions as the queen. Maybe she was acting irrational, emotional. And the Talokan underwater was very underwhelming. The cinematography with that, it looked very muddy.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I'm aware. I know he's older. I know he's been around longer. But to me, Namor's always been the poor man's Aquaman. So,
well, that was the bright spot. I thought he did a good Namor.
Yeah, he was good.
I liked his origin, but when you get to the underwater stuff, it should be fantastical and as epic as what. Like you want to get. Remember when you first saw Wakanda and first Black Panther? it was like you took in and it like really like the music's bumping and stuff. And they tried to do something similar with that, and it just didn't work. It just was like, eh.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So it worked a little bit, but his people were kind of boring.
I haven't paid, like, you know, I came home from the theater and just, you know, I haven't been paying much attention. What has the consensus been from people who've seen it? Is it people liking it?
People were disappointed.
Okay.
The
All
most
right.
most people I've spoken with that have actually seen it are disappointed. The majority of people. Reyes says, I think the limited time we got with Shuri's Black Panther and her going to Haiti after show, she just put on the suit to save the day, but M'Baku will be the protector of Wakanda in her absence. Now, I would say if that's the next one where M'Baku is really taking care of Wakanda, that would be cool because I like M'Baku.
He would have made more sense.
I would have loved to see more of Nakia, even though she made them. Why did she kill Namor's people when they were escaping with Riri? It's like the dumbest thing. Because listen, I'm not like with the Superman doesn't kill, and when Superman killed Zod and Man of Steel, I think it was justified. It needed to happen, but people really but there was no reason to kill those two people, those two guards. There was two guards. There was three of them escaping. And Shuri basically said this is going to start a war. Why would she? I mean, she killed them before she said that, but it was so stupid. And I love her character, and her character is awesome. And I think also if Nakia had more to do in the middle of the movie besides the beginning and the end, that it would have been a stronger film too. But that was like another decision. I'm like, what? That was so stupid, like that she had to kill them. Like if there's two, it would be different if there's a bunch of them. There's two guards.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they really,
I gave it a 6 out of 10 for me.
I would actually call this movie self-indulgent because I think, you know, Ryan Coogler was sad because his friend died. I get that. I understand. But he gave into his emotion instead of doing what was best for the film, and recasting was what was best for the film, and he didn't do that.
He's Dark Skipius is Latino YouTubers who I sub hate this film with every fiber. I don't know. Marvel is already creating another Young Avengers before we get the first one. For me, this is 7.5. I did 6 out of 10. What would you give it on out of 10?
Out of 10, 3.
Oh, that's 3 out of 10.
I didn't enjoy it at all. I mean, like before, up till now, Eternals was my least favorite MCU movie.
I'd rather watch Eternals than this.
Yeah, me too. And based on your subject line here, I enjoyed Wonder Woman 84. It's not as good as the first one, but I liked it.
But everyone's like, no, you're being way hyperbolic. I would rather watch Wonder Woman 84 again.
Wonder Woman 84 is fun. I mean,
I didn't like it.
Scene. I see the mall.
No, the mall scene I love.
Oh yeah, that's better than anything in this movie.
Yeah. I tried to do a pre-recorded vid, Joe, and I gave up. I'm like, I didn't even want to do a review of this movie. I was so disappointed. I'm like, oh. I'm like, I'm not even gonna, and then I'm like, then I can't sleep without talking about it, get my thoughts out. But I will say I like the ending. I like the ending with Shuri, Nakia on the beach, and her dealing with the emotions, and then seeing her nephew and realizing that's her nephew. That was sweet. And that young actor was really, I like him as T'Challa's son. But it was also really freaking weird that she's only dealing with the loss of her brother and not her mother now too. It was like, okay.
Yeah. Also, when the heck was that kid born? The timeline doesn't seem to match up.
Well, so apparently before the snap, she got pregnant with him.
Okay.
And then when T'Challa came back, he found out about the son.
But they said she left 6 years ago. That kid was older than 6. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess she was pretty well pregnant right before the snap, and then when T'Challa came back after the snap, he found out, and they decided to keep Nakia and T'Challa Jr. away from Wakanda so he could live a normal life. I guess that was the idea of it, which
Yeah.
I can respect. I like that idea.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Ant-Man, I hope his Ant-Man's good. Oh yeah, that was weird too. That was I agree, Rhea. Like, because Shuri was like ready to like, you didn't tell my mother that she had a grandson? And you're like, oh yeah, she met him. I was like, what?
Well, the Queen did say early on in the movie, "There's something I have to tell you about your brother." So I assumed this was
Oh,
the
okay.
thing that she was going to tell her. But
Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya, he was good in the first one. And I just don't like how the Queen just ripped Okoye apart when she's like, because of your husband. And I trusted you. Like, that was really weird. It was definitely a mess. Definitely a mess. I think the first 30 minutes are good and the ending is good. In between,
it's a slow moving movie too. It's just very slow.
I do feel he has an issue with big battle sequences, which you need in some of these big superhero movies, making them exciting and visceral. And
Well, yeah, that was one of my problems with the first Black Panther. There's not a lot of action in the first one. There's like 2 big action set pieces in the first one. The one where they're in the casino. Where'd they go? What was it? I can't remember. They go into it's been a while since I've seen the first one. And then you got like the final battle. There's only like 2 like action set pieces in the whole film in the first one.
No, I want to state this. Even though I like T'Challa Jr., T'Challa Jr., I wanted to go into this and say, you know what, they really did well by the character, and they shouldn't have recast them. But honestly, I really think they could have done an amazing story recasting, and it probably would have been a better superhero action film. And I don't think what they did justifies not recasting. Like, I wanted to come out of this and saying, you know what, the story is so good, this movie's so great, it pays such a respect to him that it wouldn't have worked if they recast him. But no, recasting him would have definitely worked.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, these roles are bigger than any one actor.
Yeah.
I mean, like Black Panther predates Chadwick Boseman. I mean, the character was created before Chadwick Boseman was ever born. So,
the best appearance of Black Panther. I really like him in Civil War. I think in his own movie, though, Black Panther, I love the way he Chadwick acted in that, and when he's also going against Killmonger, that's my favorite Black Panther. No, there wasn't enough action. I don't think.
Ray is saying she liked Riri's suit. I got to disagree. I thought it looked really cheesy.
The first suit I liked.
Yeah, the first one was all right. The second one I didn't care for. I thought it looked really CGI'd. Like
yeah, Everett Ross's character, his ex was weird. I don't know who Everett.
That was the Martin Freeman character.
Oh,
yeah.
Who was his ex?
I don't remember.
I don't remember that part. Yeah. No, the Midnight Angels were a huge disappointment. Like the Dora Milaje air cooler. When they were in those suits, it just looked like they were Iron Men. Like,
yeah.
And then I dislike this in all Marvel movies. And this started with, this is Robert Downey Jr.'s fault. Robert Downey Jr. is great, but he got tired of wearing the physical, practical stuff. So they basically did digital face on, mask off. And they take the mask on when anyone has dialogue. and it looks super cheesy. It looks like prequels, Clone Wars type cheesy. And every time the Midnight Angels, when Okoye was in a Midnight Angel suit and they take off the CGI goes off of her face just so she could deliver a line, just looked horrible to me. And the action with them as the Dora Milaje is cooler than the Midnight Angels. So
Now, Rhea is saying Julia Louis-Dreyfus was
Oh.
his ex-wife. I didn't get. I mean, like, obviously her character was introduced on Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear them mention that. I don't know. Maybe I stepped out to use the bathroom at that part. I didn't realize they were supposed to be that she was supposed to be his ex-wife.
I don't think it's going to help Black Adam, though. I just think people were. I think if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I want this to have a good second week at boxes. I think it's going to be a sharp decline.
Now, I've seen Black Adam twice, and I enjoyed that even more the second time. I want to go see it a third
It was
time.
fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it's so.
This movie is not a fun watch.
It's more fun the second time. I don't know why that is, but when I saw Black Adam the second time, I came out. I was grinning more so than the first time.
Mm-hmm. No, I haven't, because I don't cover that corner anymore. Yeah. It just wasn't cool. It was supposed to be a cool event because they're also planning a spin-off series with the Midnight Angels, and it just seemed.
I'll tell you this: I saw the trailers for Black Panther, and I've been unimpressed from the first trailer.
No,
And
I've liked all the trailers. I'm shocked.
See, I thought, and then I'd hear them say, "Well, it's a movie about grief. It's very serious. It's about grief." And I think to myself, "Well, that doesn't sound like fun. I don't want to go sit for 3 hours and come out bummed out like that. That's not my idea of a good night out." So,
well, I did want them to deal with the loss.
See, I personally, I think that was a mistake. I don't think they should have dealt with I think they should have recast. I think they should have had T'Challa there, just a new actor, you know.
Mm-hmm. I didn't like the Killmonger scene. I love I thought this is what I originally was going to say. I made a video on this back in the day, probably too soon after Chadwick Boseman died. I thought they should find a way to bring Killmonger back and make him the Black Panther.
That
would have been epic.
I wanted Michael B. Jordan to be recast as T'Challa. Same actor, different role, but give him a different haircut. He talks with the accent now. I think people would be confused for 15 minutes, then they get over it. I mean, we had Jason Lee playing two different characters in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. So,
I mean, I want to give it another shot, but yeah, I can't argue against recasting T'Challa after seeing this. And I wanted to come out of the movie like, oh, they did everything right. It's a great story. It's a mixed bag of a story, lack of action. And Shuri does the emotional stuff good, but everything else, the action with her is very underwhelming.
I mean, her character was never established to be any kind of a fighter or a warrior like that. That's not who she is.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't want to harp too long, and I got to get to bed. But I appreciate you coming on, Crazy Joe. We could give our final thoughts here, and this is cope. This is therapy for me. Let's get our final thoughts in here. Well, he was a good character, though, Zeno.
I mean, my final thought was I say shit sandwich. That's my final thought.
Oh wow. Namora's daughter seemed to resent her father for submitting to Wakanda at the end. Interesting for how she might rebel in the future. Do you think they will do a time skip with the T'Challa? They would have to time skip the whole MCU to get Black Panther with T'Challa Jr. Namor's cousin.
Or they could pull an Angel. Do you remember on Angel when he had the baby and then it got taken to an alternate dimension where time worked differently and then it came back as like a teenager the next a few episodes later.
Well, I honestly didn't feel like the Killmonger scene was like justified as him being there instead of T'Challa. Like they could have done something with footage from the other movie and had like sort of like they did with Carrie and Rise of Skywalker. But I don't I have to rewatch that scene too because I was at that point I wasn't enjoying the movie that much and I was like, oh, really? Killmonger here? Yeah, I thought Killmonger might show up though. Killmonger have a twin brother. That would have been cool. Yeah. But go ahead.
The actor David Ajala, who plays Cleveland Booker on Star Trek Discovery, I thought he would have made a good T'Challa. I would have been happy to see him play the part.
What are you doing, Enosh?
Hi, Enosh.
See
which one of us? Both of us?
I don't want to highlight just in case someone actually thinks that.
Yeah, but does he mean one of us or both of us?
I don't know. Maybe because I think people gave it a bad review when they claimed that. Someone my review, my score was a 6 out of 10.
I was accused on Twitter of being racist because I said I didn't think the trailer looked good. And I'm like, oh, that's the benchmark.
No,
now?
I loved all the trailers. I was all on board. I was hoping that once I thought some of the Talokan or Namor's people CGI looked a little underwhelming, but I was hoping once I saw the context of the whole film, it would get better, and it doesn't. There's one scene that's pretty cool where they open up to the whole city. Yeah. Oh, I'd love to talk to you about it soon, Enosh. I'm probably going to end this stream, but if you're talking about tomorrow night or something, I'll jump on.
Has he seen it? Did you go?
I don't know. This is a spoiler stream, so I don't know.
Hey, I'll tell you this. I saw Spirited with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds the other night. I loved it. It is
Is it on Apple Plus?
It will be on the 18th. It was the Regal mystery movie. Regal on Monday had a mystery movie. It was Spirited, and I've heard mixed reviews. It seems that most of the people who I hear saying didn't like it also say, but I don't like musicals. If you like musicals, I found this to be completely delightful. It was funny. The music was catchy. Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds have great chemistry. It's just a fun Christmas movie. I can't wait for it to come on Apple TV on the 18th so I can show my wife because she hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, if you have Apple TV, have you seen For All Mankind?
I'm in season 2.
Season 2 was amazing.
Yeah, I'm not done yet, but I've been watching it.
I love
my favorite show on Apple TV is the morning show. I really love.
I haven't watched that one. I've watched Ted Lasso. I didn't finish Ted Lasso. I watched The Problem with Jon Stewart.
Severance is really good.
Yeah.
Apple TV is the unsung streaming service. It's really good.
Yeah, it's not. I had a lot of problems with it. It's not exciting, and it's not as fun. And the world seems smaller instead of bigger when you leave it. It's like, when you leave Wakanda this time, you're like, you don't
Enosh and I had wildly different opinions on Thor: Love and Thunder, though. So I don't know. Our opinions aren't always in check.
Well, what did you think of Thor: Love and Thunder?
I absolutely loved it. I think it's one of my favorite movies of the year.
I don't like it. I rewatched it to give it another chance. I still didn't like it.
See, I saw it 3 times in the movie.
I think the movie and the tone don't fit the villain. Like Gore does not feel. He feels like he's in a different movie, and the action sequences with him weren't that cool. It wasn't a bad movie or anything. I just didn't enjoy like the stuff with Zeus And some of the like characters that were in the background was too over the top for
See,
me.
I loved the Zeus stuff. Oh, I flicked too. You flicked
No,
too hard.
I liked Zeus, but there's like this little emoji type character in this. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Oh, the See, I dug that. The what do you call it? The dumpling god.
Have you been watching Andor?
I don't like Andor. I find it really boring. I made it 7
how
episodes.
many episodes did you watch?
I watched 7 episodes, and after the 7th episode, I said I can't do anymore.
Oh, it's so good right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't do it. I'm
Okay.
waiting for Mandalorian to come back. But I think that's the beautiful thing about Star Wars. It's a buffet now. It's like take what you want. If you don't like it, something else is coming in a month or so.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think I need to get to bed because we also have company. I have off tomorrow from work, but we have company coming.
Yeah, I got work in the morning. Yeah, maybe I got to go back to Andor again. I don't know.
If you got to 7 episodes, you need to finish it because these last few episodes, I've seen people that said they hated the show at the beginning, and they absolutely love these last few episodes.
One thing that's been bugging me, and granted, this isn't on the show. This is not on the show. This is on the people reviewing the show. But when people say, I keep hearing people say, it's Star Wars for adults. And that just sounds so pretentious to me. I don't know. Every time I hear that, I'm like, that just sounds like kind of a D-bag comment. Like I don't know. It sounds like someone patting themselves on the back, like I'm smart. I like this show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but that's not on the show. That's on the people reviewing the show.
It's like next level acting in a Star Wars show with some of these performances, the Andy Serkis and Stellan Skarsgård.
I don't know if I saw Andy Serkis yet. Like, I think
God.
he might have come like the episode after I dropped off.
God. Some of his best performances ever.
Well, I better get going. It's 3 a.m. and I got work in the morning.
Yeah, thank you for joining me on this Cope stream.
Yeah, no problem. It's a surprise. I didn't expect to be here.
I didn't expect to either. I tried to do a review and I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I said F it and I rage quit my review. I still have it saved here. Maybe tomorrow I'll show my review. I have it saved in StreamYard, but I didn't release it. I was just like, I'd quit. No goofy. It doesn't focus on fan service yet. It still has it, but yeah. You realize I've only streamed like 3 times in the last 2 months and only oh wow, I don't know what he's talking about. Someone in the chat.
Someone in the chat said that Enosh banned them.
Yeah. Are you going to? Yeah, I'm going to jump on some other spoiler discussions to cope more this weekend for sure. So that's about all. That's all about all. I'm running out of gas.
Oh yes, I think I'm already out.
Good night, everyone. Thank you. Go check out Crazy Joe Adventures.
And my new second channel, Crazy Joe's Concession Stand.
Concession Stand. Oh.
That's I thought I was done with movie talk, but then I realized I still had things to say, so I got 2 separate channels now. One is for adventures, one is for movies. So
awesome. Go check it out.
Being banned by Midnight's Edge is a badge of honor, Jade. It means you're doing something right.
Good job. Good job. Did you see it yet, Zeno, yet? Or you're just talking about... I think Zeno's just been watching a lot of reviews. I think the audience score is going to plummet on this on Rotten Tomatoes. And I don't think it's just going to be trolls this time.
I don't know. I feel like people are going to review this movie based on emotion instead of what's actually there. Like I have a feeling people are going to be like...
I'd be surprised if its audience score is as high.
Because here's the fact. Everybody's bummed out. Chadwick Boseman died. Everybody liked him, right? So I think a lot of people are just gonna, gonna kind of eat this up since it's a
Wow, I'm shocked. Hold on a second. You guys got to see this before we go. Maybe it's just me and Crazy Joe being sourpusses. I don't know.
well, I know it got a standing ovation in my theater. So
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
And one guy screamed at the screen, "That was fire." So I don't know.
Here we go. I'm shocked at how high this is. I really am shocked. This makes me look like an idiot because people love it. 94%.
Yeah, I cannot agree with that. But hey.
Hey, okay. If maybe it's just me and Crazy Joe and Matt Turbo.
I'll get behind anything good for the box office. I want the box office to be healthy.
Oh no,
theaters need help. So
if people like it, great.
yeah, exactly.
I'm happy people like it. It's just, whatever. Okay. So people like it. That's a healthy audience score. I'm shocked that it's that high.
Verified.
Yes.
There you go.
Verified, 90%. Okay. All right, that's it. That's a good sign. If you don't like if you're still watching and you got through all the spoilers and you didn't like me and Crazy Joe had to say, there's 94% of the audience that's verified and Rotten Tomatoes liked it. So there you go. Right?
Absolutely. At least somebody had fun.
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes. It does mean something when it's verified. I trust that the most. The verified audience score, I trust that more so even than critics.
I mean, I got to fall somewhere in the middle. I think it could still be tampered with, but the verified score is better than it used to be, where anyone who had multiple email addresses could leave as many reviews.
Well, I mean, that's the thing too. Like on TV shows, there's no way to verify that you watched it, but on movies there is.
Yeah, like the She-Hulk, like that's pure review bombing because it's a TV show, so they can't verify that, so.
Mm-hmm. Now I feel like I should go the extra 8 minutes to get to an hour. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna go and get some sleep, but thanks for having me.
Okay, well, thanks. Go check out Crazy Joe if you want to put your channel in the private chat, and then I'll post it so people could go check it out before you go.
All right. Let's see.
I'm still live. I feel weird. My OCD, Rhea, is like I'm almost at an hour. I might as well go to an hour. What percentage? I gave it a 6 out of 10. And to recap, Crazy Joe gave it a 3 out of 10.
Was being kind.
He said shit sandwich.
Yeah, I didn't have any fun with it at all.
No, it wasn't fun. Some of the stuff was interesting. Are you gonna go for an hour? Are you gonna see it, Enosh?
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't want sound. Stop it. All right. Here.
I can't wait till my friends see this though. Oh, Jade likes your Monster Squad t-shirt.
Oh, well, thank you. Classic film.
Mm-hmm.
There's the new channel. And then the old one is just Crazy Joe Adventures.
Here's Crazy Joe's new channel. There you go. Check him out.
Oh, yeah.
And then here is his other channel, Crazy Joe Adventures. You could check him out.
Well, there we go. I got
cheering.
Yeah. A lot of applause when when you check out the Crazy Joe. Chamber.
Wolfman got nards.
Yes, he does. He's got 2 of them.
I would rather. I think Black Adam is a funner watch.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And there's a much better action and a much better CGI.
Hey, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but the real star of Black Adam was Dr. Fate. Do we agree with that?
Dr. Fate, Hawkman.
Yeah, I thought Dr. Fate stole the show. I thought Dr. Fate was so great. Hawkman too, but Dr. Fate was really good.
Mm-hmm. No, I love Dr. Fate. I was surprised that I liked Atom Smasher in Cyclone.
Oh man, Atom Smasher had some great moments in that movie.
You
and we have to talk. You and I are going to go back to the ship, and we're going to have a talk.
Sabak was actually a good villain before he turned into Sabak. Like the actor that played the character that eventually turned into Sabak, I think he had good motivation, and it was an intriguing villain, good enough. And then once he became once he came with Sabak, it was just like a CGI effects fest.
I got a big kick out of I can't remember her secret identity. The woman who eventually becomes Isis. Her brother who kept singing along.
People didn't like. No, he was fun, and she was a great like Tomb Raider type character too. Like I was like, am I watching Tomb Raider here?
Yeah, Jade's right. The Fonz. I got so excited in the theater. I'm like, oh yeah, the Fonz.
Oh, for Atom Smasher's
the
original
Pratt.
Atom Smasher.
Yeah.
8 out of 10. Well, now I don't know what to talk about for 3 minutes. I am really tired.
I'm tired too, but I can. You know what? I can give you something. Christopher Reeve. Okay.
Yeah.
He swore after Superman 3 that he would never, ever, ever play Superman again. But Canon Films got the rights to Superman 4 and they wanted Christopher Reeve. I had always heard about this, but I never saw the movie. Christopher Reeve had a pet project he could not get funded. Every studio was turning him down. And Canon Films told him, we will make that movie for you if you do Superman 4. And I finally just watched it. It's called Street Smart from 1987. It stars Christopher Reeve and Morgan Freeman. And this is a great movie. It's really terrific. And Morgan Freeman got nominated for the Oscar for this movie, but the movie bombed at the box office. I don't think most people saw it. Oh, my cat Marty is making a guest appearance here.
Marty McFly?
Marty McCat.
Oh, Marty McCat.
So there you go. There's my little recommendation.
That's an
Smart
interesting
from 1987.
one.
So
that's a good cast. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, it's a much better film than Superman 4.
I like Superman 4. I like Nuclear Man.
Well, I like it too, because here's the thing. Even when
I like that they created a character that wasn't from the comics, and
here's the thing about the Superman movies. Even when Christopher Reeve is in a bad movie, he does not give a bad performance.
Mm-hmm.
So he still brings the same gravitas to it. So
that's a nice cat.
Hey, Marty, you're on the stream, Marty. He's looking the other way.
Weekend box office. I think it's going to be on the lower end of predictions once people start to say, that's my get. But you know what? The Rotten Tomatoes doesn't corroborate what I'm saying, so I don't know. People might really like it.
It's also like one of the only things out right now, too. So,
that's true. But this should have been like smashing its way box office all the way through Thanksgiving. I don't think it's going to do that the way it is.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Fablemans, though.
Oh yeah, I want to see the Fablemans. To be honest, I'm old man Crazy Joe. I only go to the theaters for big spectacle superhero movies anymore. The other stuff I'd like to watch the comfort of my home with my pets and my wife.
See, I agree with the school of thought that the best movies to see in the theater are comedies, because laughter is infectious. And I feel like when you watch a comedy in a full theater with people laughing, it's always funnier than at home. What do you think, Marty?
Oh yeah, watching Hangover, the first Hangover in the theater was an amazing experience. Or American Pie back in the day.
Yeah, with the Naked Gun.
Yeah.
So-
Well, we made it. We made it to an hour. Go check out Crazy Joe. What did we win?
I don't know.
Less sleep. We won less sleep, and an angry wife if I make too much noise.
A Rocky
So-
4 robot action figure. That's the prize.
Oh wow, where'd you get that?
Amazon.
Oh, okay, cool. Does Marty try to bat it away?
Not really. He mostly stays off my desk, but he's destroyed my chair. This chair here, he uses as a scratching post.
Actually, Jade, good topic. I think Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, is not gonna like. I was thinking if you had really strong competition with underwater movie, I think this. I think that Avatar 2 is gonna do fine after this. Like, I don't think it's much competition for Avatar 2. It's not on that level at all. The stuff with Namor and the Talokans, are they called?
Yeah.
Talokans or something. I don't think it's any competition for Avatar 2 at all. And honestly, Aquaman 2 trailer, when they finally start promoting that, I think that's going to blow this out of the water as well.
Oh, I agree.
That's all we got. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Crazy Joe.